feel?
Yeah, I had to grind through it a little bit of times, but thought my execution when I needed it was good, so I was happy with it.
How much do you enjoy a challenge when you get runners on second base? Not that you want that, but when you do that, they kind of pick the game up a little bit, and the challenge of getting them out, getting punch outs, however you want to do it.
Yeah, I mean that's where you see what you're made of. I think that's the biggest thing. I think every time we go out there, we see what we're made of. But you know, sometimes when you get that, you know, external pressure rather than internal pressure, I guess. You know, if I'm pitching out of the windup, it's all internal pressure, however you want to call it. So, but you don't have a whole lot of room for error there. So, really just see what you're made of.
Why do you think you match up so well with the Reds? Any good reason?
I don't know that I match up any better against them than any other team. I don't pitch well against them, but I don't know what it is.
Hank says your stuff plays up whenever you got runners on base. Is that something that you feel as well? That your stuff is better when you got runners on?
Not really. I think it's probably a number of things. Obviously, I'm pitching and the hitter's hitting, so something probably changes, whether it's me or the hitter, I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's probably a better question for Hank.
What has it been like for you to be so successful at home? I think you have 5 consecutive starts without allowing an run. What has been the secret of pitching so well at PNC Park?
Yeah, I don't know. Sleeping in my own bed. I don't know what it is. I really don't.
How have you kind of felt about the change-up usage and just the way you've been able to incorporate that even more into, you know, your pitch usage, you know, on a game by game basis?
Yeah, I think we've been picking our spots for it really well. I think that's what it comes down to. We saw it last year, especially, you know, more so in the second half than the first half. But we've just been picking our spots for it, I think. And you can talk about pitch grades and all that stuff. That's one thing that, you know, I think is frustrating about today's game. It's an industry-wide thing. I think like pitch grades and all that. Like you got to understand how to use your stuff, and I think we've done a good job with that.
Was it weird for you to see Key in red and to be facing him instead of having him behind you?
Yeah, it was different for sure. Yeah, it was different.
How do you feel physically this time of the year as compared to this time last year?
Yeah, I don't really remember, because there are starts where you're not going to feel as good. There are starts where you're going to feel great. You know, it's a kind of a cliche, I think, with starting pitchers. But in the day-to-day, showing up and doing my work, I think I feel better this time now than I did this time last year. Start to start, I think there are so many factors that go into it. How you wake up on game day and that kind of thing. Like there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but day to day, showing up to the park and doing all that, I think I'm feeling better now than I was this time last year.
I think start 23 last year was at Yankee Stadium. That was the last one of the season. You just made start 24 on this season. What has that been like for you to kind of get beyond last year's, you know, start total and knowing that there's still, you know, a chance to get over 30? Yeah,
I mean that was the goal at the beginning of the season, is make every start. You know, all the other stuff is going to take care of itself. You know, you look at last year. I don't remember how many starts I made in spring training last year or this year. But I would assume it was around 35 total last year. And this year it'll probably be around 40 total, because you're still making starts in spring training. Those are still innings. So I don't think it's too different now. Obviously, there's more volume that I've accumulated to this point than 12 months ago. But we were also more prepared, I think, knew what to expect last off season. So like the work that you do in October and November is it shows up in August and September. I really do believe that. So we had a good routine early in the offseason last year, and I think I'm happy with it now.
Paul, did your work with Henry behind the plate continue to strengthen with each start, or did it just start at a high level and maintain that level?
It's definitely improving, or not improving because it's at a very high level. It started at a high level, for sure. But I mean, we continue to learn each other, for sure. So it's been really good. There's more work to be done. We're going to continue to learn to communicate together and work together. But I'm very pleased with how it's been.
As good as he's been behind the plate, would you like to see him hit a home run, have a 2-hit game tonight?
Yeah, it was great. Just gotta keep going. I mean, he's doing all the work, doing everything right. So when you do stuff right for a long period of time, that typically shows up. So not surprised to see it. I think it'll continue for him.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks.